Hello everybody, welcome. It is the 7th of September. I haven't done a video, I don't think, for a little while. So yeah, some things have been going on, let's say. Well, I was away actually down in San Antonio, Texas, so big shout out to Ron Wilson there and Jenny and all the crew there at Roadrunner Ceramics, which is a pottery studio where they will supply your needs for clay, tools, glazes and workshops if you want to go and learn. They have a whole series of workshops going on there. So that's roadrunnerceramics.com, I think it is. So big shout out to everybody down there. We had 2 workshops we did down there with 2 groups of people, and that went very well. It was very nice. It was very hot. So when I got back from there, I then had some not so nice news. My brother in England had died, John Leach. John Leach of Muchelney Pottery, my dear brother, my big brother, who was a lot older than me. He was 17 years older than me, but he had been not well for a time, and yeah, he passed away last, not this Sunday past, the one before that. I think it's the 29th. He passed on the 29th. So I know that Johnny will be sorely missed, and although he has taken a bit more of a back seat of late in the pottery. So I've been grieving my brother, which has been just one of those things, isn't it? You just have to deal with. And so the whole of last week I was kind of out of sorts, really. I didn't really feel like doing anything in particular, if you know what I mean. What I did do though is I found a pot of Johnny's. I thought I'll copy it. As you know, I'm a great believer in copying. This is a pot that Johnny actually gave to me. It's just a little pot that he had made that was in his studio one of the times I just visited him fairly recently. It's a wood-fired little squashed bottle, and it's got his stamp on the bottom. So anyway, I've been attempting to copy it. You know, I've done my little version of it. Not exactly the same. Actually, I did a couple. Sort of thinking of Johnny, and yeah, and I was gonna have a go at making some more of these. This is one of my ones I did not so long ago. It appeared in a video, I think. Some people wanted to buy it, but I didn't want to sell it right then. I may sell it in due course, but so just show you that. And then right now I'm just doing some more tea bowls. I'm just playing around with some ideas. The sun has now come out, of course. So that's a typical kind of Hakami decoration, a white slip. In fact, this one though had an iron wash put under before I put the white slip on it, so that when I combed it through there was a greater contrast between the white of the Hakami and the clay body underneath, because I made it darker. You can do that. Hakami generally works better on pots that are of a darker nature, you know. So that's that. Yeah, I'm just doing a few tea bowls. Join me for that. No great shakes, just usual stuff, you know. I'm just sort of freewheeling at the moment a bit. So let's just do one here. Actually, with these tea bowls, I'm trying a new technique which is to try to throw the tea bowl, and there's different ways of doing this, but just trying to throw the tea bowl with a sort of irregular rim. So rather than just having a dead flat rim at the top, having a little bit of sort of gentle undulation to it. So let's just have a go at doing that. I came up with this method of doing it, which you might like to try. So at this stage, when we throw the pot in the sort of early stages, it's looking, you know, fairly sort of true, isn't it? And then, so the way I do this, unfortunately the camera's on the wrong side, but so as I'm lifting the pot, as I'm pulling the clay upwards, I squeeze it in and out like this between my fingers. So as I give pressure there, it makes the wall go a little thinner where I squeeze it, which then makes the wall go upwards. Yeah. That sounds pretty crazy, Simon. I know it does. So, right about this stage, you're going to see me do it now. Okay. So you can see, just by the marks on the pot, the sort of waviness of it, and the top of the pot, it does take on a kind of, I'm generally sort of doing it about 2 times. I don't know if you can see that. I guess it's not really for the beginner. Now, just bring the camera down so you can see that in a bit more detail. La la la. So there it is, there, sort of close up. Well, you can see, actually, because what I'm doing is I'm putting a seashell there, you see. It gives the feeling of a little bit of waviness, you know, like perhaps like the waves of the sea, or, you know, that's just, so I have to be quite aggressive when I'm doing it, because my hands are going like this as I'm pulling. So you've got to pull the clay but also do this, which for some people might be a bit much. I can appreciate that. If you're a beginner, maybe don't do that, but you could try it. But so then I've got my shell here, which I've got my little seashell. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to impress the seashell onto the side of the pot. Once like that. Like that. So now it's a little bit out of round, but that's okay. I'll just put it back to round there. coat my leather. Of course these will be trimmed afterwards. So I've had an order of these wheels made. We have made 5 new Leach treadle wheels, and I've sold 4 of them. I have 1 available. If anybody's interested in a Leach treadle wheel in a kit form, which is how I sell them, in kit form, then give me a shout. Maybe the last that I make, I don't know, or the last I get made. So, cut off wire, cut him off, find a place to put him. You can leave these, get these off without stopping the wheel, just by doing that, like that. We'll do one more. One more. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay out there, folks. I'm going to be in fact the next workshop I've got to do is back in San Antonio again. I've got to be in San Antonio. I'm going to be at the Throwing Gold studio. It's called Throwing Gold, and that's going to be, I think it's something like the, I'm not sure if it's the 9th and 10th. It's that weekend anyway. So I've got to fly down to San Antonio again. I'll be down there for a few days. I've actually got to write to a lady who wanted me to go to McKinney, north of Dallas. But that'll be in February. I've got to contact her. Here it is. McKinney, yeah. I must contact her. She wrote to me and I haven't written back. She'll probably think I'm being very rude. I'm not meaning to be. Well, partly because it's like not until February anyway. So. But I must get back in touch with her. Yeah. So there it is. Another one bites the dust. Yeah, have a go at doing these. They're a bit of fun, aren't they? There we go. Seashells on the seashore. And make it round again. There we go. That's it. Sponge stick. Yeah, we do have some workshops here later on in the fall. If you want to come, write to me. I'm not sure exactly. Some of them are kind of semi-cancelled, postponed. It just depends on what people are doing. It's been a crazy year, as you know. Don't need to elaborate on that, do we? I could elaborate on it, but I won't. Keep your thoughts to yourself, Simon. Okay, so there is another one. Yeah, it's quite fun doing that, isn't it? It's just a way of getting a little bit of a little bit of it, a little bit of a wave to the rim, and also a little bit of a texture on the outside of the piece. So I'll trim them and we'll see what how they turn out. Yes, other than that, we continue making pots, throwing clay. Thanks for joining us, folks. Appreciate your time. Hope this video inspired you in some way. Until next time, until then, keep practicing, and I'll see you. See you around town. Bye for now.